Hello, Nakulji. Really nice to meet you. And you are Ridhima's husband.
Yes.
So it was very painful thing when you got to know the news of Ridhima's
Yeah.
cancer, because you are the person who knows everything and you know where it has to be filtered and has to be said to your wife and to your parents, how to deal with your kids and in between doctors also. So you are the key person there. So managing all roles, and you did amazing job in that area. That shows you have a very strong mindset. So how you got, was there anything which inspiring people behind you or anyone who supported you during that time?
Actually, when the news came to me, when the doctor first broke the news about her cancer, the most challenging part was to just pretend to be normal in front of Ridhima. And the second thing was to how to break the news to Ridhima. Because when I heard the news, I got numb for a few hours. I was on the first day when she was admitted to the hospital, I was with her the all night. But the second day, I was disappeared from the room because when the news came to me, then I was just crying unconsolably. And I was millions of thoughts were coming into my mind that what will happen, how will we do this, will she be able to survive? Cancer is a big thing. So all the thoughts were just haunting me like anything. And I was not ready to face Ridhima at that time. So it was a very difficult thing. And moreover, just after 2 3 days, when I was trying to be normal in front of Ridhima, then some of my near and dear ones, they were asking out of concern whether she is fine or not, but they were asking it in a very weird manner, like Ridhima just said you. So it was a very difficult thing to just answer to them and also to get Ridhima into trust that nothing will happen. Don't worry, it's just a cancer. It's not a very big thing.
So what and all helped you? Like you said, Shivangi ma'am words have helped
Yeah.
you a lot, and Sneha's work.
Actually, I'm following Sneha from past 15 years. He's a big motivational speaker. He has a big name in this industry, and the credit goes to him and also his wife Shivangi ma'am. Just a month before that cancer issue, I was in Mount Abu with them. There was a ultimate health boot camp, the course for the improving your health. So there I was taught the warrior attitude. No matter what, you have to stand still in your life and live like a warrior. So that single session on the warrior attitude, that helped me like anything. When the doctor broke me the news, I was like, no matter what, we have to fight this out. For her, for my welfare, for my parents, for my kids. I was just looking at it that way, that no matter what, if it's cancer or anything else, but we don't have a choice but to fight it out. So that was the mindset that was given by both of them, and that stayed with me during the tough time.
Yes. So that's great. So what was the cancer type and survival chances? So how did you feel when the diagnosis, it was diagnosed with leukemia, fine. Then in the second stage, it was diagnosed to be acute myeloblastic leukemia. So in such scenario, because acute myeloblastic leukemia is one of the most dangerous subtype of leukemia, which comes in the old age usually. So then how did you try to overcome that pain when you came to know that among these subtypes, that which she was having was the very tricky one?
Actually, when I got to hear the news about the cancer, I tried to find out which kind of cancer it is. So then the doctors told me that it's blood cancer and it's AML, acute myeloid leukemia. And it's the most dangerous of all the cancer types in blood cancer. So I was like, okay. And when the reports came, it showed that she was having 92% of blast in the body. The blood cancer does not have the cancer stages, it has the blast. More the blast, the higher the intensity of the cancer. And also she was having the cancer spread in 99% of her body in the first diagnosis. So the figures were very scary initially. And I was clueless what to do and what not to do at that time. I have my cousin who's a doctor, as Ridhima told you. So she was with me all through that time, and she was guiding me with whatever knowledge she had, and that really helped me like anything. Whenever the doctor
So
was saying anything, I was just consulting her that they are saying this thing. Now what should we do? So she really was an angel sent to me at that time. For
so what did she actually tell?
whatever the reports came, I was not able to interpret those reports. That
Mhm,
what's the meaning of that reports? Like
mhm,
there was some test done, so the reports came.
mhm,
It was showing some
mhm,
defect,
mhm,
cytogenetics some defect. If it was FLT3 defect, so I was clueless that what is FLT3 and what it really means. So she took the help of her colleagues and all, who is also a fellow doctor. So that way she interpreted the reports and gave me the first piece of information before the doctors actually informed me what has happened. So she
mhm.
really helped me calming down my nerves at that time.
So what you said, like you are the key person managing between everyone, like your parents, kids, doctors, and Ritima. So I came to know through your video that you were thinking that hospital to be uh, hospital to be
Yeah, hotel.
five-star hotel,
Yeah,
five-star hotel, and even that hospital was like that, and you made it not like an hospital environment. You made it into a five-star hotel, and the room also you made it in such a way, decorated in it in such a way that it should never look like an hospital. And the blood transfusion which was going was a pomegranate juice,
yeah.
and platelet was Mosambi juice. That's really amazing. The thoughts which come during that difficult times, this positive thoughts is something you are something different. So what made you to think in that way?
Actually, when the reports came, the doctor was discussing with me that more than the medicines, her mindset will help her recovering out of the situation. And initially, the doctor said that we might be needing to transplant the have a bone marrow transplant, which is a big thing in itself. So I was completely shattered inside, but from outside, I was pretending that I'm very normal. I asked Ridhima, let's do one thing. We will watch Kapil Sharma tonight just to ease off the pressure. She had no idea what the doctor has said and what we have to do. Because in bone marrow transplant, we have to find the same DNA and then
Mm,
transplant that DNA into her body. And we were unable to match the DNA. So it was a very difficult thing. So then, as doctor said, you have to break the monotony from the room and you have to just shift the environment and make it like a play area so that she can enjoy over there. So while watching the Kapil Sharma show, the random thought came to my mind: just sip the hospital out of the just sip it out. So when I sip it out, hospital becomes hotel.
okay, great.
That's where the idea came. So just convert the hospital to a hotel, and all the staffs into waiters, managers, and she can have enjoy the vacation fully.
Mm. Do you know your words of this and how you practically implemented them is going to inspire many people?
Sorry, I could not hear you.
This, what you did, your thoughts, your ideas, and your implementation, how it has brought results, is going to inspire many lives. Did you ever think that?
Uh, Initially, I did not have any idea about that because the ultimate goal was to just save her life at any cost. Nothing
Because
else
you are
was.
this type of implementation is giving idea for others who are facing this problem.
The only
So they
wa-
can
the only way to
on,
solve any problem is just look at the solutions. Just forget the
Mm.
problem, just find the solutions. No matter how
Yes,
weird they
that's
sound, just keep trying. Whatever works for you, just stick to that. And keep
yes,
trying till
that's
you don't find the perfect solution.
great, great. And you also said few words that it was mindset. Among that mindset, staying calm, because whenever you are in peace, you are not in stress. So
Yeah.
either you have to be in peace or you have to be in stress.
Yeah.
So by being in stress, you will not get any solutions.
Yeah.
So you have to be peaceful. That's what Shivangi ma'am has said. And the
Yeah.
second one, she has said to see movie, secret movie,
Yeah.
that is health part, and she also shared that one to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So that has really helped. And one more statement of madam saying that when the person with that diffuse axonal injury who has survived from the plane crash, when the doctors has said that he had no life, he himself walked to the home,
Yeah.
till ambulance to the
Yeah.
home. So he recovered in such a way. So mindset plays a major role.
Definitely.
So if such a person has been recovered and went home, so cancer is just a small thing. Think it as very small. Don't think it as a big one. So all these words you said, like it has inspired me, and I started implementing the same thing. You said the
Also, I would
same
like
thing,
to add
right?
one thing. What I've learned in my life is if you're not getting any solution to the problem, just start from the beginning. So I started thinking from the beginning that what can be the possible root cause of cancer. I was thinking and thinking and thinking. I got two answers in my mind. First of all, depression due to loss of a mother at that time, because depression gives you stress. And secondly, emotional eating out of because of depression. When you are depressed, you feel like eating anything, and as a result, your lifestyle is disturbed. So when I was just thinking how to deal with the cancer, I thought the mindset has only caused the cancer, and only the mindset can now repair the cancer.
Great, really great. That is really true.
Yeah,
True. Because now it has been 1.5 years.
yeah.
Doctors who have said that chances of survival is only 30% in 1 month. So your mindset has proved that it is cancer is not bigger thing. It is the mindset which is the bigger thing in the life.
I'll tell you an interesting story about that. In the month of February, he told us that we might be needing a blood or bone marrow transplant, and so you have to just mentally ready for that. So after I implemented the strategies of converting hospital to a hotel and then pomegranate and mosme juice, just after a month, as a result of that, when the next reports came, doctor was surprised. He was like, did I actually ask you for a bone marrow transplant? Do we actually need that? Yes, you
So
already gave us an indication that we would be needing that 19 to 95%. It was certain. And now he was convinced that we don't need any transplant any further because she has recovered from that due to her mindset.
amazing. This is the beautiful statement what you have given. Really, mindset matters a lot. So, what message you want to give to all people who are suffering from cancer, the viewers of my YouTube channel, and to the people who are caretakers for them, either it is husband, parents, or whoever it is? What message you want to give to them?
Before giving the message, I would just like to continue with the story. There's some part left in
Yes.
that.
Yes.
When she was finally discharged free of cancer in the month of May, as we planned to celebrate our son's birthday in the month of June. So I asked her, how was the adventure for the past 6 months? She was like, it was like a roller coaster, and I enjoyed the process. So I said, let's do one more thing. Let's challenge the science once again. She said, how? I said, your hemoglobin is around 6 or 7 right now, and doctors have advised you to take rest. I took the permission from doctors that I want to make my son's birthday special. So if you allow us, we want to go to Darjeeling and Gangtok and have a good vacation time over there. He said, if you really want to go, if you want to de-stress, then you can go, but just make sure that she is taking proper rest. I said okay. And on her son's birthday, I took her to Nathula Pass, which is 0 degree.
Oh my God. She climbed to Nathula Pass?
Yeah, she climbed to the China border. She was just 100 meters away, and it was just at 15,000 feet.
Yeah, we had been to Nathula Pass.
Yeah, and people
I know.
really struggle to get oxygen over there. People,
Correct.
the locals over there sells the oxygen cylinders, and she was having
Hmm.
very less hemoglobin. I challenged her
Hmm.
that if you want to have a strong willpower and strong mindset, you have to just climb the Nathula Pass and reach the China border to make it a special occasion. And
So
some
she climbed and she saw that border also.
yes, she climbed and she saw the border as well.
Seen, I'm a fitness freak. For past 8 years, I'm going to fitness, that is gym and all those yoga and all. I do too much. But then even I had been to Nathula Pass. Uh, so when we started climbing, all my family members were climbing, but I had dizziness. I had to sit for some time. I said, I'm not going to come. Then it was like, it was deeply hurting my ego. See, I'm a great fitness freak, but I'm not able to climb. No, this is how it is possible. Then again, I started taking few steps and I started taking rest. All my family members were moving freely. So this what you said, Ridhima story is really inspiring because immediately after treatment, she has gone to that area where
Yeah.
even I couldn't go. I went.
Okay.
But 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 then her story is different.
Actually,
So she has
our
climbed
body
that.
is 80% of mindset and 20% is of health. So what we think
Correct.
in our mind that we can achieve that, we can definitely
Mm,
do that. And all through
mm.
that journey, I was just watching the self-help audios, listening to the audios and watching the videos and reading the books, how to come out of that situation. So that 6 months really built the mindset that can just help us face any problem in life. And I was very obese at the initial stage of a cancer. Uh, Actually, I was around 95 to 98 kgs. And out of stress, I gained more weight. So when she was discharged from the hospital, doctor told me one thing. Now she has 2 years, 2 years of lease period. I said, what do you mean by that? And then he said that for next 2 years, you have to be very careful about her eating habits because cancer has a tendency, it might come back. It might relapse in your body. So to just not let that happen, you have to work on a fitness and just focus on that. So I kept on pushing her, stop eating sugar, just eat healthy or something like that. But that was not working well. Then I was reminded of a shlok from Bhagavad Gita. It says, जो लीडर कहेगा वो फॉलोअर नहीं करेगा, बट जो लीडर करेगा वो फॉलोअर डेफिनेटली करेगा. And
तो आप ही करने के लिए शुरू किया.
so then I decided that in this case I have to take the role of a leader. And on 26th of May she was discharged, and 28th of May, that was my first day in the gym. I started to hit the gym, and in next 3 months I lost around 11 kgs.
Wow, this is another inspiring story. Great,
So
great.
there was some occasion in our house at that time, the Rakhi celebration, and all my cousins and all, they were just surprised by my transformation. Because in the gym, I only had one thing in my mind. I have to work. uh, I have to give my 100% just to inspire Ridhima to just look at me and start working out.
You
So
had some reason, motivating reason, like
yeah,
she had her mother's story.
yeah. So after 3 months, uh, Suddenly the next day, she developed the fever again. And I was like, what has happened again? It was a high fever. It was around 102, 103. And we took her to emergency in the hospital. And again, he was, yeah, and doctors were confused. What has happened? All the tests were done. Tests were all perfect, fine, no problem. But her fever was not coming down. So the doctor said that there are chances that cancer is coming back. So I was like, God cannot be that harsh on us. So after 20 days, it was discovered that she is suffering from hepatitis B. And
Okay.
the possible reasons for that was either the infected blood was
Blood
transferred to her
transfer.
body or some syringe was infected.
Mm.
So I was like, it might be the carelessness of hospital or maybe some other thing, and she has to suffer again. So all that flashback came to my mind that it was a 6 months of torture, and again the things are coming just back. So after that, my fitness regime was dropped. I had to miss my gym at that time, and due to stress, my weight was again coming back. In month of December, I just came back to my original weight, 96 kgs. So at that time, Shivangi ma'am invited us for a podcast with Ridhima and me. And during that podcast, Ridhima got to know about the figures of the cancer and all. And she was shocked to hear that what she was going through. And I did not let her know even 1% of that. So that was a brainstormer for her. Then she decided that if you are doing this much for me, it becomes my responsibility to just work on my body, and I will start focusing on my body for you and for your kids, for our kids. So that became the driving force. And sooner, just after coming back from the podcast, she also decided to join the gym. And from Jan till now, she has lost around 15 kgs.
That's what when I saw last month.
Yeah,
So there was a transformation in Ridhima's
yeah.
physical body.
And from
And
Jan till now, even I have lost my 10 kgs, which I just gained at that time.
great, great, really great. This is another inspiring story. And one more thing to add. So hepatitis B infection would come with a blood transfusion. It is not the negligence of the doctors or negligence of the blood which is being transfused, but there is something called window period. So during that window period, if we are taking, so when the donors are donating the blood, so when they are donating the blood, before that we screen for everything, all the
Yeah,
blood tests.
yeah,
So during that screening, if the patient who is being, if the person who is donating is being affected with the hepatitis B, but is in the window period, his blood is affected with hepatitis, but the blood test will not show that one
yeah.
during that first 15 days.
Mhm.
So maybe the chances of getting hepatitis B is more. It is not only about the hepatitis B, even HIV. So all these things have a window period.
Yeah,
So there is always a risk of anything if you had, including like how you had antibiotics, how you had blood to the body. So everything has an complications. Everything has a complication. Simple paracetamol is also having a complication.
yeah,
So
definitely.
like, so it is always better to avoid blood transfusion. But if in case blood transfusion, we have to weigh the risk and benefit ratio
Yeah,
to transfuse the blood. So that was the maybe the reason. There was no fault with anyone. It is because to weigh for a benefit risk ratio, blood was transfused, and that was a complication which has come out of that one.
that was one of my assumption that there might be some negligence from the
Uh,
doctors. But now I feel that it's not the mistake from the doctors. There are certain things that which are beyond our control. So maybe
yes.
that is one of the thing. And interestingly, when she was diagnosed with hepatitis B, I said, एक और मुसीबत आ गई. This is hepatitis B. To which Ridhima replied, हाँ, कैंसर झेल लिया, ये तो क्या है, hepatitis B है, इसको भी झेल लेंगे. So that was the attitude she was carrying at that time.
See, she had strong mindset now.
Yeah.
See, one more question to ask. How did you face the financial part of the treatment?
Sorry.
Financial part of the treatment.
Luckily, we were having the insurance, and the insurance company really helped us a lot in covering the financial aspect. I did not have to worry about that. Only a meager amount, only a small amount of that I had to pay. Otherwise, the financial company just took after that.
So that's good. And always insurance plays a major role. And one more thing to add. So only 6 cycles of chemotherapy was given. After that, is she
After
on
this,
any treatment now?
yeah, the 6 cycles were given in the hospital. After that, she's on complete medication. She has to take the oral chemo. That will
Hmm.
that will continue for another 6 months. So it was for 1.5 years from the date of discharge. So she is
Hmm.
having the normal chemo medicine from day one. From the after that.
Okay, so maybe for another 6 months she'll be having the treatment, and
Yeah,
after that they will decide and tell like what it is.
yeah.
Okay, so your whole journey is so inspiring. Would you like to tell something?
Also, I would like to just add one more thing. During this journey, what I discovered is, before that, I was the one sitting on the desk for the business. I was just glued to the chair. If I am there, that business will continue. Otherwise, it might be hampered. But when she was in hospital, there were constant calls coming from the customers regarding the orders and all. That time I realized that I need to do something to just create a balance between her and also as well as the business. So what came to my mind at that time was, I need to create a business group with the customers, myself, and the staff. Instead of calling me repeatedly in the hospital because she's taking rest, I cannot take up the calls, all the calls. I requested all the clients to just drop a message in the WhatsApp group regarding your queries and your orders. If you have any query, I'll just reply to that. And if you have any order, my staff will take care and will deliver the goods, because I'm not in a good mental state at that time to discuss about the business in detail. So जैसे कहते हैं ना, एक आवश्यकता ही आविष्कार की जननी है. So it was actually a blessing in disguise. So that cancer happened, so
Yes.
my system was improved in that way.
So you created a system in your business
Yeah,
so that a team everyone works. Earlier only you used to work.
yeah. So that
That's
system is
great.
just continuing year after that.
That's great. So now you're free.
I can see.
You can look into another business also.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's great. And what message you want to give to my YouTube viewers who are viewing this video, and those who are suffering from cancer, to them and also to the family members who are facing that one? What message you want to give them?
My message to all of you is that no matter what, cancer is only deadly in a few cases, maybe 2 or 3%. The actual cause of death is not cancer, but the fear of cancer. That cancer has happened, and out of that, people create anxiety among themselves, and also they have a heart attack. The real cause of death is not cancer, it's the anxiety that's developing out of cancer. So the foremost step is to just stay calm. I know it is not easy to stay calm at that time, because everything takes a toll when you get to hear a news that somebody's going through cancer. So, but you have to remain calm. Then only your mind will work, and take step by step every single day. Just follow what the doctors are saying. Just isolate yourself from the outside world, because they don't have any knowledge. And at that time, everybody starts to become a doctor. They starts giving advice. You do
Hmm.
this, you do that, you do this. So instead of following them, just listen to the doctor. And the most important thing is just stay with the patient. You have to fully convince the patient that you will be out of this danger zone, no matter what. So it's basically the words that help you come out of cancer. Words plus the medicines. And it is fully treatable. It is almost treatable with the improved science and technology. So no need to worry about that.
Really great. Really great. So this is the inspiring story. Two inspiring stories here. One is Ridhima facing first phase, and your story started. And second story of Ridhima, how she started inspiring you. Really, really,
She's
this
really a
is
warrior. She's somebody I look up to for getting motivation from her now.
So you two are motivating people for many of people who are facing such problems. Thank you so much, Nakul. Thank you so much, Ridhima.
Thank you so
This
much,
is,
ma'am.
yes. So this is going to help a lot of AP YouTube viewers, because this video is going to come with the Telugu subtitles and going to help many from Andhra Pradesh. So your efforts are going to bring change in others people's life.
See,
So
I always feel ki if I am able to motivate someone or if I am able to help someone, then my purpose of having cancer is fulfilled. I always feel that.
And even if one person is survived from cancer after looking at this interview with you, I believe that this interview will be successful.
definitely, definitely, it is not one person. Many people will watch you.
Yeah.
This is for sure. So we have to bring subtitles in Telugu. That takes little bit time, and this will be podcasted. And thank you so much. And this is the first video which we are taking with the warrior. So we hope in coming videos, if any such warrior is going to come, it's going to inspire other
I would also
people.
like to congratulate you for doing such a commendable job. It's really nice for just taking the story out to people so that
Yes.
those who are in need can really take some benefit out of it.
Yes. See, because many of the doctors are also facing this problem, because maybe I come to know from different areas, different people, including doctors, are facing this one. So your story is going to inspire doctors also. That's truly great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.